The Mahabharata, a grand and complex epic, is traditionally ascribed to the sage Vyasa. According to legend, Vyasa composed this vast narrative in the Dwapara Yuga. His thoughts flowed rapidly, faster than his ability to transcribe them. Seeking assistance, Vyasa invoked Lord Brahma. Brahma suggested Ganesha, the elephant-headed god known for his wisdom and intellect, as the ideal scribe. Upon being summoned, Ganesha agreed to write, but with a stipulation. Vyasa had to recite without pause, as any hesitation would cause Ganesha to abandon the task. Vyasa countered with his own condition, insisting that Ganesha must understand each verse before transcribing it. This condition allowed Vyasa the necessary moments to compose more verses, while Ganesha pondered over the complex stanzas, leading to the successful creation of the epic.
Long ago, in the ancient kingdom of Hastinapur, there lived a noble and just ruler named King Santanu. One day, while strolling along the serene banks of the river Ganga, he encountered a mesmerizing sight. Emerging gracefully from the shimmering waters was a beautiful maiden, her presence as enchanting as the river itself. This maiden was none other than Ganga, the goddess of the sacred river. Captivated by her ethereal beauty and grace, King Santanu's heart was instantly smitten. He approached her with reverence and expressed his desire to marry her. Ganga, with a serene smile, agreed to the union, but laid down a solemn condition. He must never question her actions, no matter how inexplicable they might seem. Blinded by love, Santanu readily agreed, and they were soon married in a grand ceremony befitting their royal status. Their life together seemed blissful, and Ganga bore him 8 sons. However, with each birth, a dark and tragic ritual unfolded. Ganga, with a heavy heart, took each newborn to the river and drowned them. Santanu, bound by his promise, watched in silent agony, unable to comprehend the reason behind her actions. The pain and sorrow of losing his children weighed heavily on Santanu's heart. When Ganga gave birth to their 8th son, Santanu could no longer contain his grief and despair. He broke his vow and confronted Ganga, demanding an explanation for her heart-wrenching actions. In that moment of confrontation, Ganga revealed her true identity as a celestial being and the goddess of the river. She explained that their sons were the reincarnations of the 8 Vasus, celestial beings who had been cursed to be born as mortals. By drowning them, she was liberating them from their earthly existence and freeing them from the curse. With a heavy heart, Ganga took their 8th son, who was destined to live, and promised to return him to Santanu one day. She disappeared into the river, leaving Santanu to grapple with his sorrow and the weight of the divine revelation. The king was left with a profound sense of loss, but also a glimmer of hope that one day his son would return to him. Years later, Ganga returned to Hastinapur with their 8th son, Devavrata. He was not only skilled in the art of warfare, but also deeply knowledgeable in the sacred scriptures. His wisdom and valor quickly earned him the admiration and love of the people. Devavrata, with his noble qualities and dedication, soon became the beloved prince of Hastinapur, destined to play a crucial role in its future. King Santanu, the mighty ruler of Hastinapura, was captivated by the beauty and grace of Satyavati, the daughter of the king of fishermen. Her father, Dasharaj, was a wise and shrewd man. He agreed to the marriage, but imposed a significant condition. He demanded that Satyavati's future son must inherit the throne, bypassing Santanu's elder son, Devavrata, who was the rightful heir. This condition placed Santanu in a dilemma. He was torn between his love for Satyavati and his duty towards his kingdom and son. Unable to make such a sacrifice, Santanu was left heartbroken and deeply troubled, as he couldn't bear the thought of displacing Devavrata from his rightful position. Devavrata, understanding his father's sorrow, confronted Dasharaj. His father, King Santanu, was deeply in love with Satyavati, but her father refused to let her marry the king unless her children would inherit the throne. Devavrata, seeing the depth of his father's despair and the love he had for Satyavati, decided to take a drastic step. To secure his father's happiness and ensure that Satyavati's children would inherit the throne, he took a solemn vow of lifelong celibacy. This vow was not just a simple promise, it was a profound sacrifice. By renouncing his claim to the throne and dedicating his life to celibacy, he ensured that there would be no competition for Satyavati's children. This incredible act of selflessness and dedication earned him the name Bhishma, which means the one who undertakes a terrible vow. His vow became legendary, symbolizing ultimate sacrifice and duty. Santanu, deeply moved by his son's sacrifice, blessed Bhishma with the boon of choosing his time of death. Bhishma, originally named Devavrata, had taken a vow of celibacy and renounced his claim to the throne to ensure his father's happiness. This act of supreme sacrifice earned him the name Bhishma, meaning the one who undertakes a terrible vow. Satyavati, a fisherman's daughter, married Santanu, and their union brought forth two sons, Chitrangada and Vichitravirya, who were destined to become the next heirs to the throne. Bhishma, despite not being a biological heir, played a crucial role in guiding and protecting the kingdom. His wisdom and valor became legendary, and he was revered as one of the greatest warriors and statesmen of his time. The legacy of Santanu and Bhishma set the stage for the epic tales of the Mahabharata, shaping the destiny of the Kuru dynasty.
Thus began the Mahabharata, a timeless tale capturing the essence of human struggles and divine interventions.
If you're enjoying our journey through ancient wisdom and legendary stories, don't forget to show your support by liking, commenting, and subscribing to our channel. Your support helps us bring these timeless tales to life. Stay tuned, because the next episode might just be the most fascinating one yet. Until next time, keep the legends alive.